So morning update. One of these puppies had a great first night in the crate. The other one had a terrible first night in the crate. So Serena never peeped. She probably didn't get to sleep much because her sister, Valerie, threw a fit all night long. We whined, we cried, we bit on the bars of our crate. We just threw a fit. But I made this mistake years ago with Benson. Benson was like this. He absolutely hated being in a crate. So, what I did was I took him out. And when I did that, all I did was train him. If you bark, you get taken out. And still to this day, when he is outside and I put him like in an outside pen or yard and he throws a fit, he will just, when he knows I'm outside, he will just throw a fit. Barking, barking, barking. All because I accidentally trained him wrong as a puppy. Now she's quiet, she's calm. I'm going to pet on her. Serena, you're fine. Just want to give you a morning update of how things can go. I'll keep giving you an update. It'll be okay. We'll work through it. So let's talk about taking her out. If she is throwing a fit, I'm not taking her out. Unless I really think she needs to go to the bathroom. She went to the bathroom about 2 hours ago. So, she's calm. Good girl. So we're going to take her out. So remember, we're in this decompressing or adjustment period for the first 3 days. So we're keeping everything quiet and stable. We want them to know that they are loved, they're safe. We're working just on bonding with them, like I'm doing right here. I'm just holding her, just petting her gently, letting her chew on a chew. We're going to do this several times during the day for the first couple days. So 2 things to remember that we do start from the minute they arrive. We are going to start potty training, and I did a video on that. I'll put the link to that in the description below. We want to start that from day 1. We also are going to start working with their crate and their puppy pen on day 1. I also made a video on that. Those 2 things will set you up for success. We will make that crate a good place. They're going to sleep in it at night. They're always going to have something to chew on where it's comforting in there. And then with potty training, we're just going to set up the consistent schedule. They're going to know where they are going to go to the bathroom, and we're going to reward them when they do go to the bathroom. So go back and look at both those videos, but you can just see me here just gently working with her. I always have a bunch of people ask about a schedule. Your schedule doesn't have to be set in stone. It needs to fit you and what your schedule is at home. So first thing in the morning, we are going out to the bathroom, to our potty area. And then throughout the day, we're going to use the rule of thumb that they can hold their bladder for 1 hour for each month of age. So our puppies are 8 weeks old. That means 2 months old. So they're going to be able to hold their bladder for about 2 hours a day. Then they're going to need to go out. So we started out this morning by eating breakfast, and then immediately we went out to potty, because if you watch that video I made on potty training, you know that puppies are going to need to go potty after the eating, playing, and waking up. So we're going to use that rule all day long. Then we came in for bonding and playtime, and that's where we're at right now. And I can tell you that immediately after this, we're going to go out and potty again, because we know that after playtime, puppies are going to have to go to the bathroom. So this is Serena that I have on my lap right now. And we're going to switch puppies out here in a minute. I think she's getting a little restless. We'll take her out, let her go to the bathroom, and then we'll get Valerie. So this is Valerie, and you can see already she just wants to be a little bit different. She doesn't really, she wants to chew on me and lick on me, and that's okay. We're just doing some bonding. You're such a good girl. You're gonna be a good girl. You're just a little headstrong. Your little teeth that hurt. Okay. So let's get back to our talking about our schedule. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to put them in their puppy pen for a nap with chews and toys. And then once I wake up from that, we're going to go back out to the bathroom immediately, because after napping, puppies are going to need to go to the bathroom. So if you didn't catch it earlier and you're wondering how often your puppy needs to go out, so the rule of thumb is that the puppy can hold their bladder for about 1 hour for each month of age. So if your puppy is 2 months old, 8 weeks old, they can hold it for about 2 hours. So if you look at my schedule here, you can notice that they're going to get a potty break about every 2 hours. That's based upon that rule, based upon their age. So we're setting our puppy up for success because we know that they cannot hold it for probably much over 2 hours. And if we don't take them out, then they're going to have an accident, and that's not setting them up for success. So what's the rest of our day going to look like? We're going to just kind of continue these same things of holding in bond time, potty time, nap time, potty time. We're going to just kind of continue this till supper. And after they eat, of course, they're going to go to the bathroom. And then we're going to have some really special time at night, maybe while we're watching TV. And then when we get ready to go to bed, there's a couple of things we want to consider. So at night, our rule is not going to apply, because just like in humans, they're metabolically less active and they probably will not have to go to the bathroom every 2 hours. But there are a couple things that you can do to help with that. First thing is you want to take up their water about an hour before bedtime. Now, this is when things have kind of calmed down, they're not playing hard, then about an hour before, take up their water. That will help having to go out to the bathroom every couple hours. I like mine to sleep in a crate beside my bed. That way when they whine during the night, I can get them up and take them out to the bathroom. On average, a puppy that's 8 to 9 weeks old is probably going to have to go out to the bathroom once to twice during the night for that first week that they're home. And I'm going to make that crate a great place, because we're going to be working on crate training at the same time we're working on sleeping. So I also made a video on setting up the crate for night along with a puppy pen. So if you haven't seen that video, go back and watch that video. I will put a description in the link. That'll give you some great ideas. You can see that Valerie is kind of calmed down here and she's wanting to chew on a chewy too. You can tell right here she's getting kind of bored with it and ready to go on to something else. And then that's usually when I change activities. So we're going to go out and Potty in a few minutes, and then we're going to come back in and we're going to get our puppy pen and we're going to take a nap. I'm going to just try to film several of the things we do this afternoon, and that way you can kind of see what we're doing. We're just going to go by that schedule that I showed you earlier. Well, we went outside, went to the bathroom, and now we're in our puppy pens. Each puppy has their own individual pen, and they do have a crate inside that pen. So you can, this is Serena, and you can see she's just pretty content. Found her things to chew on and toys, and she's just doing really well. Well, she's moved into her crate, and you can see she's got something great to chew on. You can see she's got all kind of things in her crate, and so does Valerie. She has the same setup. But she's just hanging out. She's just playing with the toys and the things to chew on, and she's doing really well. Looks like she's gonna take a nap, which is awesome. Meanwhile, sisters are in a big fit. Aren't you, sister? So every puppy is different. They're going to react different. And Valerie is just having a harder time with it. She'll be okay. I am not going to pick her up and take her out of there. If I do that, I just rewarded her saying if you throw a fit, then you get taken out and get rewarded. Outside playtime, Valerie finally took a nap, and so did Serena. Sometimes when they get tired, they are really whiny, and that may have been part of her problem, but they're just playing together now. Last night was a super rough one, so we're going to change things up a little bit to see if we can make things a little bit better tonight. Valerie just had a terrible time. She whined and cried all night long. Serena was good. So I'm changing up a couple of things here. I'm still leaving in some toys that, you know, smell like litter mates and stuff, but I'm putting in a popsicle. So it's just something different than the chili penguin for tonight. And then I had one snuggle puppy, and I have one, it's this cat. It's a purr kitty. So the cat has a heartbeat too. So I'm going to give this to Serena because she did better, and the snuggle puppy to Valerie. So let's see how they work. I've never used these in my own program because my dogs go home about 9 weeks old, and I didn't think it was an issue, but if it works, we'll reevaluate. So on the bottom, it has Velcro that you can open up, and then this is what's in it, and it has like a heartbeat. You can kind of feel it, and you can hear it. So we're going to put that in there for Valerie tonight. And we're going to do the same thing with the cat one. It also purrs, but we just want the heartbeat. We're going to do the cat one. We're going to put it in for Serena, and I'll give you an update tomorrow and tell you how it went. Much better night. We only had to go out twice. No meltdowns. So no fits, and we are doing good. I may have to rethink this snuggle puppy thing. It really worked for Valerie last night. So we're going to get up and we're going to get our day started. We're going to eat some breakfast and get with it. So we're still in that acclimation period. We're still taking things really easy, keeping things quiet. One of the activities that I'm going to add today is we are going to take a tour. We're going to take a tour around the house, and we're going to take a tour outside in my flower garden. So we're still sticking with that out to the bathroom every 2 hours concept, but now we're just going to explore a little bit with me holding them so they can just kind of see what's there, get the sense of what's there, and we're going to make it an enjoyable activity. So one of the things that I'm doing as I'm walking around, I'm kind of looking around, thinking about what are some items in the house that are going to make noise, like a washer and dryer, blender, television, whatever it is. And I'm going to kind of make a list of that because those are going to be items that I'm going to expose my puppies to over the next few weeks. So Valerie and I are outside, and there's wind, there's some birds, um, all kind of things that we're seeing here. So one of the things that I am going to encourage you to do is to sit down today and make a list of places where you think you will want to take your dog through their lifetime. So those things might be soccer games, they might be camping, they might be hiking, whatever it is, make a list of that. Also make a list of sounds that you know your dog is going to hear within your house, in your neighborhood, and on those adventures that you take them on throughout their life. You kind of have to look ahead. You're not going to get them exposed to everything, but make that list. And then we're going to start exposing them to those sounds and those places over the next couple of weeks. So I had the girls playing together, and I came up here, and we've got one that is a little spitfire and one that is not. So you can see this is Valerie. I'm not going to reward that behavior at all. She is just throwing a fit because she thinks that she's going to get out. Now, Serena is sitting there real sweetly, and I'm going to pet her. When Valerie stops barking and she can sit down, then she's going to get pet too. But as long as she's jumping up and down, as long as she is barking, she's not going to get pet. Very good, Valerie. Very good. No bite. Okay, we're going to pet. Now we're going to pet. So she's going to learn pretty quickly. If you want to bark and you want to throw a fit, you're not going to get pet. Once again, it's bedtime. We're looking really calm in our crates, which is a big success. We have stuck to our 3-day acclimation period. We've also stuck to our 2-hour bathroom routine, and they're getting really good at going out and going to the bathroom. So now the rest of this week, we're going to work on body and sound desensitizing and just exposure to new things. Well, I hope you found this helpful, and thanks for watching. See you in the next one.